What's going on, everyone? I am Andy and this is Easy Tiki Drinks. And today on the channel, I'm going to be showing you my favorite cocktail for Valentine's Day. So let's shake it up. My favorite Valentine's Day is actually a riff on the classic 1944 Mai Tai by Trader Vic. Now, the Mai Tai is world-renowned, and for most people, what they understand as a Mai Tai is probably not what actually was served in 1944. What was served in 1944 is very different than what you get nowadays. Nowadays, you get typically like pineapple juice, orange juice, grenadine, and maybe like light rum. Honestly, it's pretty disgusting. However, the 1944 recipe was lime juice, Orgeat, Demerara Syrup, some orange Curaçao, and rum, specifically a 17-year-old Ray and Nephew rum that is pretty much extinct today. So today, what we're gonna be doing is looking at a riff on that doesn't include rum. We're gonna be talking to bourbon drinkers today. Yep, that's right. Valentine's Day is for bourbon drinkers. So today on the channel, we're gonna be going over a Honi Honi. And later on in the channel, I'll tell you exactly why I think this is the perfect Valentine's Day cocktail. Comment down below if you've ever had a Honi Honi before. And if you have, where was your favorite one? Because I'd love to see that recipe. Anyway, let's see what we're gonna need to make this Honi Honi. First, we're gonna need bourbon. Orange Curaçao. Orgeat. Demerara Syrup. And lime juice. The bourbon I'm using is Knob Creek 9 Year. It's a 100 proof bourbon. For my orange Curaçao, I'm using Cointreau. The Orgeat and Demerara syrup are homemade and the lime juice is fresh squeezed. I'm gonna rearrange this on the desk so it looks a little bit neater and I have a little bit more room. So as I was saying, the Honi Honi is a riff on the Mai Tai. And the Honi Honi was actually done by Trader Vic. And the earliest version we see of this in print is Trader Vic's bartending guide. Now there's definitely different copies of it and you can go back super far, but either way the Honi Honi appears. However, it seems to have been kind of like the lost cousin to the Mai Tai. The Mai Tai gained popularity, the Honi Honi kind of fell off and nobody really remembered it. However, I think it's time for a resurgence. There's a huge resurgence in American bourbon nowadays, and there's a huge resurgence in Tiki. So why not combine the two and make a huge resurgence in bourbon Tiki, or Tiki that includes bourbon? Like, that's what the Honi Honi is. It is a classic Tiki cocktail that utilizes bourbon. So let's build this. First, we're gonna need 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Next, we're gonna need 1/4 ounce of our Demerara syrup. Half an ounce of our Orgeat. That's some thick Orgeat. Half an ounce of our Cointreau. And finally, 2 ounces of our bourbon. Now again, I'm going with Knob Creek. You choose a bourbon that you love. Hell, even mixed bourbons. The original Mai Tai, once we ran out of that 17-year-old Ray and Nephew rum, Trader Vic started blending rums. There's no reason why we can't blend bourbons. Anyway, we're gonna need 2 ounces of our bourbon. Hold on a second. Apparently I need some muscle to, there we go. Get that cork out. So 2 ounces of our bourbon. See, this is just as hard to get back in the bottle as it was to take out. Yep. Next up, we're gonna add ice to our shaker. give it a nice little whack, and then whip shake for about 5 to 8 seconds. All right. I'm gonna serve it in our double rocks glass. By the way, this rocks glass was gifted to me by the owner of Tiki in Miami. Daniel, thank you so much for this rocks glass. I use it all the time and it is beautiful. Just gonna open pour into our double rocks glass. For our garnish, we're gonna go super simple, but super Trader Vic style. We're gonna use fresh mint, which I have right here. I'm just gonna give it a nice little whack to wake it up. This was some monster mint, by the way. You should have seen, there's like a whole stem on this thing. And then kind of like cocktail cruise-esque, we're gonna go with a skewered cocktail cherry. Put that right there. Actually, you know what, let's move. Yeah, there we go. Don't forget your straw. And there you have it, a Honi Honi. Let's give it a try. If you like a Mai Tai, and you like bourbon, I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's a bourbon Mai Tai. And even if you don't like Mai Tais, but you love bourbon, I highly suggest you give this a shot. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you love Mai Tais and rum, but you've kind of not been turned on to bourbon yet, I highly recommend you try this cocktail. It is the perfect blend of your Tiki flavor profile of that orgeat and that orange, but it's accentuated by that bourbon. And honestly, I taste the orange more in this than I do in a traditional Mai Tai because of that bourbon. It just brings out those orange notes. So why do I think this is the perfect Valentine's Day cocktail? Well, it's simple. It's in the name. Honi Honi means kiss kiss. If you got a significant other, order this for them. And maybe they'll give you a kiss kiss. Or if somebody happens to slide you one at the bar, well, maybe you know what they're thinking. Either way, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Easy Tiki Drinks. Sorry about that, just made it really nice and quick and short. Anyway, until next time, take it easy.